Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into the voice box. In today's video, I thought it would be fun to visit the residents of Springfield, aka the Simpsons, and see how they've been dealing with the events of COVID-19 and 2020 in general. Let's join them now. Hello, I'm Ken Brockman with Channel 6 News. 2020 has been an interesting year, to say the least. With the COVID-19 pandemic, the Black Lives Matter movement, and people up in arms over the elongated wait for the new Marvel movies. We wanted to check in with the people of Springfield to see how they're doing during these trying times. How have you been spending your time the past 9 months?
Well, at first I spent a lot of time lying on the couch, drinking cans of beer, and watching TV. Now it's a lot different though. Now I'm drinking bottles of beer.
I've been spending my time with Mother. She's been teaching me how to play canasta, and I've been teaching her how to mute herself on Zoom.
Well, sir, I've seen this as a complete blessing from the Lord. I've been able to spend a lot of extra time with my 2 boys. We've read the Bible front to back at least 20 times, which has really raised a lot of questions from Rod and Todd.
Daddy, if Adam and Eve only had sons, where did all the girls come from?
I'll tell you when you're older, son.
Disco Stew's got boogie fever. That's why Disco Stew wears a mask.
Well, Marge has been doing a lot of unnecessary cleaning lately. You know, just vacuuming spots that have already been vacuumed, washing dishes that are already clean. She even made these little tiny cozies for all the little hand sanitizers around the house. Of course, I got mine mixed up for a beer. And man, if you think that stuff burns on the way in...
What? I can't hear you. You're standing like 6 feet away. Come closer.
Mr. Simpson, I can't come any closer. Due to the rules of social distancing, we must be 6 feet apart.
Plastic lawn dart? I haven't used one of those since 1963. The Beatles had just released their single for Twist and Shout, and we were having a barbecue on the beach. Hot as the dickens that day, I tell you. Lucky for us, back then, you could get an ice cream cone for only a nickel. I remember my girlfriend at the time had just purchased her first 2-piece bathing suit. She was hot as the dickens that day, I tell you.
How has COVID-19 affected your business?
Well, I had to shut down the bar due to the pandemic. So I guess you could say I've been spending a lot of time making toast in the bath.
Duffman is non-essential.
Worst pandemic ever. I haven't had to drive the kids to school in so long. I've been curious, man. How's everything gonna work when school starts back up? I mean, are the kids who are in the 4th grade gonna remain in the 4th grade? Or do they automatically graduate to the 5th grade? I mean, there's gonna be all this stuff they didn't learn, man, like the 5 times tables. I don't know my 5 times tables, and look at me, I drive the bus. So like, are all those kids who don't learn the 5 times tables just gonna grow up and take my job as a bus driver? I can't have that, man. I can't be jobless. Driving a bus is all I know. Wow. Good acid. I'd say we're doing just fine. I've increased everyone's hours to an 18-hour workday with no breaks and no raise in pay.
Sir, you promised me a raise in pay.
Who the devil are you? Back in my day, you didn't have to wear a mask to go shopping. You could walk into the Apple store and buy an iPhone 11. You could shake the fella's hand on your way out. Those were the days.
My life hasn't been affected that much, honestly speaking. The only difference being I've placed myself inside this large, mobile bubble. I can still go shopping, go on walks, and I still haven't felt the touch of a woman in 41 years. With the heartbreak and the clinical depression,
The pandemic has greatly affected my career. I've had to pause production on several films, including McBain 14, Kiss Me, I'm Dying, and the live-action Donkey Kong movie. It's basically just King Kong with a tie.
Well, at first we added our very own 11th commandment. Thou shalt not COVID thy neighbor's life. Wear a mask, people. Then we thought we were going to have to sanitize the offering plate after each person passed it around. Then we realized nobody in our congregation or this entire town puts any money in the offering plate. So we've moved all church services to Zoom. It's basically just me and Ned Flanders every week.
Well, we had to stick to airing reruns for a while. Then we realized all the kids are over on TikTok these days. So we moved the show over there. Ugh, the amount of dances I've had to learn. If I have to hear that Megan Thee Stallion song one more time, I'm gonna plot!
Of course, back then you had to wait patiently for the waitress to bring you your meal. She couldn't just Snapchat it to you like they do these days. That reminds me of the time I got in a fist fight with Sammy Davis Jr. over a plate of lobster rolls.
I would just like to take a moment and thank all the sensual workers.
Don't you mean essential workers?
No, damn it, I mean sensual. Without them, I couldn't cheat on my wife.
On that note, I'm Kent Brockman. Thanks for watching Channel 6 News. Good night.